If you're interested in creating dynamic video presentations to enhance any of your efforts here in the college, I'd like to share with you a bit about this new resource that's available too. We've developed what we look at an easy-to-use, efficient green screen video room. Now, this technology allows you to record a video very easily and display dynamic backgrounds behind you, objects, music, anything you can imagine to enhance your message. Keep in mind, the point, the goal is the message. Everyone has a message, whether you're teaching a class, whether you're a staff and you would like to share some training, everyone has a message they can share here. For example, right now it looks like I'm standing outside because I have the outside background behind me that I've inserted. But in actuality, and you'll see that I'm in a studio. I'm in a place which has a green screen, and I'll show you a quick video of this place. It basically is a room. It's the acoustic room upstairs in Block B. There's an almost endless number of dynamic effects that you can basically create, from high-res backgrounds to movies to music, text, sound effects. Again, it's not about that. It's kind of like when you first started your very first PowerPoint, you brought in all the dynamic things and you made them whiz and bang all around. This is about your presentation, and it's about what kind of things that you can do to help it make sense, to add some power to that message. You can see this is an acoustical appropriate room, so the sound will be perfect. The room is located in the acoustic studio on the first floor of the A building. Room 143 is the accessible door, and you can come in and reserve it anytime you'd like, just like you would reserve any room on campus. We try to make it very easy to use so that everybody would feel comfortable creating these short messages. Short is key. In this case, less is actually more. We have members of our tech staff that can help show you how to get set up, but we do hope that in a very short amount of time you perceive this room as a resource that you can use much like your own computer or like a video camera that you can use within creating your own products. I'm going to share just a couple of basic steps because we hope that's all there really is. But the first step is essential, and that is that you definitely need to create some sort of a clear, concise script before you come to the studio. The only way that you're probably going to really produce something of low quality is if you show up and try to wing it. Everybody needs a script. I've got a script right now. I may be reading from it, but it's giving me some notes to kind of make sure that I focus and make sure that the message is clear. Otherwise, you randomly talk, and the message turns into an hour-long video that nobody wants to really listen to. For the script, you may want to create a PowerPoint with large fonts. It's exactly what I did. I'm looking towards the camera. I've got a laptop right underneath it, and I'm reading from most of that so that I can keep myself on task. Since this is a topic that you should know, whether it's in your department or whether it's a class that you've taught before, you should be able to go without reading directly. And again, make it very informative, engaging. The point here is to try to grab a concept that you know is going to be used over and over again. Step number 2, try to move. Standing straight up here or sitting down, that talking head kind of a persona doesn't do us a lot of good. You can basically have your message without that. Maybe just do a voiceover. But if you do want to try to do this, try to make some movements. Try to bring in animations. Try to talk about things that you might really think that your students will want to focus on, and move around a bit. You don't have to do jumping jacks, but some sort of movement to make sure that your students and your audience is engaged. Number 3, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Keep rolling, keep making mistakes. It actually adds to the authenticity, it adds to the message. It doesn't have to be perfect. Matter of fact, the more raw it is, probably the more you're going to engage people, the more they're going to basically feel like watching this, as opposed to this perfect kind of a show. It isn't really a show, it's the message. Small things, make sure you bring an external hard drive to the studio with you, because we'll want to basically transfer your video into something you can take with you. If you don't have an external hard drive, especially one that's got quite a few gigabytes or perhaps a terabyte, please contact me. If people are interested in doing this, I will support this. After your hard drive is returned, because you'll basically give that to the technician, they'll download your videos on this. We suggest that you use a very simple program called iMovie. It's on any of the Macs. You can borrow the Macs. There are plenty of Macs around. You can contact TSD and they can help you find those Macs and do the training as well. Again, there's not a lot to it. I've learned how to do it in just a few minutes. Certainly you can spend a lot of time and create higher-end products, but the point is you want to basically go from this video, from creating something, into something usable very quickly. Don't get caught and hung up with perfection. It's the message. It's the message. Most of all, try to have fun. I know it seems a bit scary to be in front of cameras, but the bottom line is it really can add to what we do here. It can actually share some of the great work that we're doing. Try to be relaxed, try to enjoy yourself, try to be conversational. Let's face it, you know the material that you're talking about much better than most people do. And so just share what it is that you know and look at it as a service. Finally, thank you all for everything that you do and your continued passion and your service for assisting our community and our students.